The situation in T.I. and Tiny's home is going to get really messy because rumors have it that Big Nana, King Harris's pregnant girlfriend, has been controlling King and emotionally manipulating him over the past few months. She has been accused of baby-trapping King Harris and using her pregnancy to secure a place in T.I.'s family because she is focused on the money. But T.I. isn't having any of it because he warned King Harris that this relationship was going to be trouble from the beginning, pointing out that Big Nana appeared more interested in the money then. And let's be honest, in love, T.I. has played the game long enough to recognize what is real and what isn't. He has already informed King that he will not be financially responsible for Big Nana or the baby, so King has no choice but to take charge of his expanding family. For those who may not have logged on, please take a seat and allow me to explain so that we all understand. Ty has made it clear that he is not going to allow Big Nana to manipulate their family dynamic or bank accounts. Now that they were grandparents, Ty and Tiny were beginning to appreciate their role. Their children were establishing their own households. In 2020, Tiny's daughter Zeke gave birth to a girl. And in a recent interview with Hot 107.9, T.I.'s son Man also became a father. T.I. disclosed that he and his spouse were expecting a second grandchild since King Harris is expecting a child with his fiancée. Despite his jokes about raising the children to torment Harris, we could see how disappointed he appeared while discussing King Harris' impending child.
Grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all time. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
However, it turned out that T.I. was disappointed because King Harris' girlfriend was much older than him, and he warned him not to let his guard down when he learned of the relationship because she was only in his life for the money and wasn't interested in a real relationship. It may not be shocking that Ty publicly expressed his disappointment at his son because they don't have the best father-son relationship. We learned this a few months ago when King Harris was arguing with a guy at the game. When King went live on Instagram and people saw how everything transpired, Ty intervened and told King that he was embarrassing himself and the family by acting tough and acting like a gangster.
You can't lose it. You can't. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking.
You are embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Well, you can't do that with me. Shit you can do.
After the altercation at the game, Harris reportedly had another face-off with Ty, accusing him of abandoning him in the hood and abusing him. Fans felt that Harris was pursuing influence because, for the past few months, Harris had been attempting to sell the narrative that he was a struggling boy who lived in the hood, as most rappers did. However, when fans checked, they said, "Hold on, you are T.I.'s son. Your dad is a millionaire. And you all reside in the gated estates mansion." The altercation made King Harris talk about his upbringing in the neighborhood, and within hours more information emerged, proving that he is in fact involved with hood life. It was disclosed that Harris grew up with his grandmother, who still resides in the neighborhood, and that despite growing up in the neighborhood, he was unique among children due to his affluent parents. Harris disclosed in this video that he only had the opportunity to visit T.I. when they were getting ready to record a Family Hustle episode, and he left as soon as the camera stopped rolling. Who supplied him with everything he needed?
Yeah, man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like the weekend and say, "Hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house." They'll come get me from my grandma's house. right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma.
As it turned out, King wasn't the only child who felt abandoned, because none of T.I.'s kids live with him and only spend time with him while filming their TV show. Zeke, on the other hand, stayed with Tiny's mother and disclosed that she and Ty were constantly together, traveled together, and did nearly everything together.
Okay, so I would say what hurt me would be like, honestly, like my mom being like with Tip all the time.
Damn.
Like,
Time's not that.
that time's not that. I feel like even now and today, like that's how it is. Like they're just tied to the hip. But now I'm grown, so it's like I can't really. But it's like they'd rather go places with each other. So anytime he gotta go, she gotta go. She gotta go, he go. It's just like.
It's crazy to have a lot of money and neglect your kids. But even though T.I. wasn't always there, he always gave his son King Herod advice and opportunities, according to insiders. He warned King that his relationship with Big Nana would be problematic, saying that she was only interested in money and not love. A few months later, Big Nana became pregnant, and sources close to King Harris disclosed that she thought having his child would make her famous and get a large payout from his family. As a result, she has been emotionally manipulating King Harris and trying to keep him away from his parents. T.I. has criticized Big Nana for everything she is doing to King Harris, and he has accused her of taking advantage of his son because King was foolish and went too far in having a relationship with someone older than himself, and she was older and knew what she was getting into. But that's not all. I sent Big Nana a strong message telling her that she would never be able to manipulate her way into the family's finances because King Harris would be responsible for her and the baby. This allowed her and King Harris to sit down and discuss their future together, provided she is willing to be serious with him. After King Harris' baby mama deserted him, T.I. slammed him, and fans commented that the only thing T.I. was attempting to do was stop his child from constantly going in and out of jail as he did, but you can do everything you can to protect a child, and they still make terrible decisions in life. Well, he got what he was looking for: hood and ratchetness. In terms of money, it doesn't matter because he's 20 years old, and T.I. is no longer required to support him, so he's on his own. After all that talk about his father, you've got it. Now figure out how you're going to raise a child without your father's wealth. Do you believe that T.I. is overreacting, or do you believe that what he has done so far is justified? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and then watch this next video. Remember that you stated that he wasn't your father.